we said, you know what? We don't actually have a structure for these things. We literally said this. These are things that we've been doing, like I said, Jordan, since we opened up the school in 2006, but we never had a structure. So in the year of 2019, we decided to adopt PBIS. As you can see, it's positive behavior intervention and supports. And our PBIS is affectionately known as global greatness. We wanted to put words in that we always use. So you'll always hear us say, you are great, you are great, you're standing in your greatness, you're uplifting greatness. And to have the double consonant title, it just flowed. And we decided in 2019 to call our PBS Global Greatness. So our Global Greatness Initiative is proactive and intentional structuring of our learning environments. So that's what we wanted. We just wanted our scholars to be in a space where they always knew what was expected of them, that they recognize they have the responsibility to behave positively. And we wanted them to know that there are rewards for positive behaviors and consequences for displaying what we would deem as negative behaviors or going or not performing uh, to what's expected of you as a scholar. So whether it's positive or negative, we want our scholars to always know that there are consequences for that. Positive consequences, negative consequences, but we always want them to have teachable moments. So we wanted them to have a structure and a framework. So this is our posters that we have throughout our school. This is from one of our schools called Global Leadership Academy Southwest. Our school, Global Leadership Academy West, has the same exact poster, however, it's different colors. So the one at West has a black background with gold letters, and the RRS is in the colors of black, yellow, and green. But leaders with integrity show responsibility, respect, and safety. I'll say it again. Leaders with integrity show responsibility, respect, and safety. So this is the tagline of our Global Greatness PBIS program. So just to let you know, I'm sure most of you know on here might be familiar, but if you're not, positive behavior intervention supports, affectionately known as PBIS, is an evidence-based framework for promoting positive school climate. It is not a packaged intervention that you can purchase. What I mean by that is what PBIS looks like at my school does not look the same as your school. We have different teachers, we have different parents, we have different students. Here's the thing, y'all know from me saying that I support and serve 2 schools. We try our best to make everything uniform across Global Academies. However, it's 2 different schools. So when we're having these conversations, where a lot of times in the conversation, we say, hey, what does this look like for Southwest? What does this look like for West? Even though it's under the same framework. So as you can see, it's a universal system of behavior support. By providing a system of behavior support to all scholars in the school, fewer scholars require more intensive individualized supports. So once again, even though we're supposed to have our behavior and our teaching scholar specific, we want to put ourselves in a position where 80 to 85% of our scholars are uniform as far as what the expectations and what the norms are. And it's rooted in the idea that scholars of all ages must be explicitly taught the behavior expectations of their school. So 2 examples that I normally give. This is an example of a bike. You have the bike frame, and the bike is quote unquote PBIS. So inside that framework, you have implementation, you have the principal, you have the school team, you have coaching, you have data, you have evidence-based interventions. And so another example that I normally give, imagine building a house or a building. The first thing you start with that building a house is the frame, the actual frame. Before you put the cement on, before you put the bricks on, before you put the stucco on, before you do any and everything, you have the frame. Then you add all those things. You add the wiring, you add the pipes for the plumbing. You know, later on, you add the flooring, you add the furniture, you add everything, which is now part of the framework. You can also take things away from that frame. You can also use things more in that framework than other things. So it is a framework. And so you can always add to it. Now, this past year,